Let us venture deeper into the circle of envy, where torment blooms as deceptively beautiful as the flowers that fill the air. Before you stand a door, not just any door, but a warped wooden gate, ancient and trembling, engraved with coiling serpents whose scales seem to shimmer in the dim light. Their bodies twist into strange hypnotic patterns, and their beady eyes seem to follow you no matter where you stand. Do not linger here too long. The door itself is alive after all, and the serpents on it. They are more than mere carvings. Put your hand to the door, I whisper. You will need to push it open. The moment your palm touches the wood, the engraving seems to shift beneath your skin. Cold, thin scales slither, coiling around your fingers. The hiss is soft, but clear, emanates from nowhere and everywhere at once. They see you. A voice seems to whisper faintly, though no mouth speaks it. They know you. You jerk your hand back, but the door swings open with an agonizing creak, revealing what lies beyond the Garden of Dandelion. Step carefully now. Before us stretches an unsettlingly vibrant expanse. A land where everything glows softly in shades of yellow, green, and white. Dandelions, a sea of them, bloom endlessly across the soil, their round faces turning lazily in the non-existent breeze. You can smell it, a strange, sweet scent, mixed with an undercurrent of rot. The air is thick, humid, and eerily alive. The wind stirs. It carries soft white seeds, millions of them, that drift and swirl like snowflakes. Their descent as gentle as whispers, but do not let their grace deceive you. Each seed carries with it the torment of souls, who once allowed envy to poison their hearts. I look closer. Beneath the flowers, snakes writhe in every direction. The slender, emerald-scaled serpents with eyes the color of tarnished gold. They move like water across the earth, weaving between dandelion stalks with practiced care. Do you see them? I ask softly. The caretakers of this realm, they are both the gardeners and the punishers here. Their heads lift as we pass, their forked tongues flickering through the air, tasting something unseen. Perhaps it is envy they seek, for they can sense it like a flame in the dark. You may wonder how such beauty came to exist in a place so cruel. Dandelions, once symbols of wishes and fleeting dreams, now grow as monuments to envy. A twisted irony in this accursed garden. These flowers do not sprout from soil or root, but rather from the souls themselves. Ah, there, look to your left. Beneath a cluster of dandelions, you can see one of them. A soul, now unrecognizable as anything human, lies sprawled upon the ground, its body partially fused with the earth. Its form is thin and translucent, pulsing faintly like an ember about to die. The soul twitches as a snake slithers lazily through the cavity of its ear, tail flicking as if to mock its helpless victim. Did they not hear the warnings in life? I said, with a slight sigh. No, these souls heard only what they wished to hear. The accomplishments of others, the laughter of neighbors living better lives, the cheers of rivals surpassing them in every way. Their torment begins when they arrive. You see, the snakes, those dutiful caretakers, greet each soul upon its arrival to the garden. Coiling around their limbs like shackles, the serpents lift the souls gently, before pressing their cold-scaled bodies against their ears. Then comes the ritual. The snakes slither through the ear canals, winding through the hollows of the skull. They do not harm the soul, not physically, but they carry dandelion seeds on their glistening scales. Seeds so small, yet so devastating. Once planted within the ear, the seeds take root. Slowly, painfully, the souls cannot move. They are bound by their envy and the weight of their regrets. As the seeds germinate, the dandelions grow from within, sprouting tender white stalks that pierce through the ears, blooming outward in a grotesque display. Listen closely. Do you hear that sound? The faint hum carried by the wind, That is not merely the wind, it is the sound of the dandelions vibrating softly, like whispered voices. Those voices belong to the very souls who now feed the flowers with their suffering. They speak, but their words are incomprehensible, a cacophony of murmurs, regrets, and poisoned thoughts. It is as though they are forever repeating the names of those they envied, the accomplishments they desired, and the words they wished they had spoken. But the torment does not stop with the flowers. You see, the souls do not forget, even as dandelions grow through their skulls and bind them to the earth. They hear, always hear, the slithering sounds of the snakes and the whispers of the wind. These sounds are not random. They are echoes of envy, constantly reminding the souls of what they desired and what others possessed. She got the promotion. His house is bigger than yours. They love him more than they ever loved you. These words repeat, over and over, grinding down whatever shreds of identity the soul once held. Over centuries, no, for eons, their memories disintegrate entirely, leaving them as little more than fertile ground for the dandelions that thrive here. The snakes do not care. They slither on, tending the flowers, planting more seeds, ensuring that envy is forever nurtured within this circle. As we move through the garden, do not stop. Do not speak to the souls you see, though they may moan or whisper for your attention. Do not let the seeds brush against your skin, for they are drawn to envy like moths to a flame. A single seed could root itself in you, and you may find yourself unable to leave. Come, I beckon. Our time here is done, and there are darker places yet to see. The door through which we entered stands far in the distance now, framed by a shadow that seems to grow the longer we linger. The snakes pause their movements, heads turning sharply to watch as we leave, as though daring us to look back. But do not look back, not here. As we exit the Garden of Dandelion, we shall venture into the next circle of hell. Another garden, another sin.